Okay, here's what I'm using on this SMV tour. I'm using my Boss GT6B. This is the older of the pedals, one of the older ones. They have the 10B now, but I'm still using the 6B. Using it for a little bit of reverb. On here, you can see I've got a, right there's CL, I guess that's compression. I use it every once in a while. And I use an octaver. That's like a little slight pitch shift to give me a slight chorus, and then some reverb. And then on my other channels, I've got different effects. You can see distortion I'm using, but I'm not using the distortion in this pedal for this tour because I have another pedal I'll show you here in a minute. But that's the GT6B, nice little pedal. Then over here I have a made by Source Audio. This is a prototype, a brand new distortion pedal, and it is the coolest pedal. It sounds really, really good. It actually has three pedals right here, three buttons where you can store presets, 1, 2, and 3, and then I hit this button, and then I have 4, 5, and 6. So I actually have 6 different presets on this multi-wave distortion. I can even store the EQ. I can set up EQ here, and different types of distortions here. They even have distortions that bring your bass up an octave. They have multi-band distortions where you can distort just certain frequencies of the bass, or have EQ for different frequencies. It's really, really cool. Anyway, I'm using that for distortion, which I use very little, but it's very nice to have. Now this pedal is a one of a kind. On our last year tour, we had a guy show up with 3 of these pedals he had made, one for each of us, one for Stanley, one for Marcus, and one for me. And what this thing does, it's made by Rodenberg, is it just gives you up to 15 dB volume boosts, like we really need that on this tour. We're already loud. But it's very, very cool. You step on this and you get a clean boost. I don't know that I've ever had a pedal this clean. And then you can turn on the deep button, which gives you a little bit more thump on the bottom. This is like the secret weapon pedal. It's very, very cool. And over here I've got a Peterson tuner, my trusty Strobo Stomp with the what they call it, strobe tuner. Yep, very, very cool. So that's what I'm using on the floor on the SMV tour. And back here behind me, I'm using my Harkey rig, a couple LH1000s, a couple of those. As you see, they're taking a preamp right from there, but they're also miking the amp. And I've got 2 410s, 2 15s. This is the new Harkey high drive cabinets. They sound great, really, really good. And I'm using the Radial DI. This is a Class A direct box. This thing is really, really cool. The crew here loves it. The SMV crew. They made sure that I brought it from home, which I've been using it in the studio, but they made sure I brought it. Isn't that right, Travis?
That's right.
Yeah. It's really, really cool. And you can see my trusty towels right here is set up here in a nice feng shui. This is the feng shui towel. You can't just lay a towel anyway. So, Stretch lays it up here for me in a nice way that accentuates the curvature of, I don't know, I'm making something up.
I think it's 63 degrees.
63, yeah.
Which is a natural flow of energy.
That's right. So your towel can't just be laid up anyway. And then I've got 2 Foderas. This is one of my yin yang basses. This is my number 2 yin yang bass that I carry with me. And then another Fodera Monarch that I have as a spare. And of course it all sounds really, really good. And let's see what Marcus is using. Marcus is using, they've actually torn everything down because there's an opening band that's getting set up. Well, maybe tomorrow we'll come back and show you Marcus's rig